Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and this is another Learning Infinity Batrep.
We work so you can play. Learning Infinity Batrep.
Back again is Chase. I'm really excited for this one, Chase.
I'm excited for this one too. Yeah. We get to do a lot of really fun stuff.
Yes, there's a few things that I'm excited about. One, I guess maybe two things. Okay. One, I've got some new models for my shock army of Acontecimento, which is really good because I think for the past 4 or 5 battle reports I've played with exactly the same army, which I don't care if you guys get bored about that. I get bored with that, and I'm sure you do too.
I'm starting to figure you out as well. So.
Yeah, and you're starting to know what to deploy. Now, mind you, I've been having like a 50-50 success rate, so obviously it's not a bad army, but I just like something new. Yeah. So, of course, we're going to have our pregame show. If you want to watch that and see all the details of my new models, except for the ones that I'm not going to show, but you can go and click on the link below for the pregame show. And that is available for free for everybody. You don't have to register. You don't have to be a Vault member. Just click on the link below and go to the MiniWarGaming site to watch that. Otherwise, we'll jump right into it. I've got my 300-point Acontecimento army, and you've got which army?
300-point Qapu Khalqi. It's Haqqislam sectorial.
Right, and we both have 5-man linked teams, which is another thing I'm excited about. And I've decided to switch up the terrain a little bit, as you will see. We're actually going to be bringing in some forests. Now, we're still going to be playing in a city, but it'll be on the outskirts of a forest. So let's take a look at the board, as well as the scenario and the armies. Actually, I forgot what I was going to say. Also, I just want to point out a couple things really fast. One, I want to give a big thank you to the Infinity community, especially the members of the Infinity forums, because they have been super helpful. In fact, like just this morning, I was like, I'm using trees. I know that they have difficult movement modifiers, but do they do anything else? And I couldn't find anything quick enough, and I didn't have a lot of time to scour through the rules, so I just posted something quick on the forums, and within 5-10 minutes I had like 4 people replying, and I got all the answers I seek. So thank you very much. Second thing is, remember, this is still Learning Infinity Batreps, even though we're starting to get used to the rules. So if we make rules mistakes, please be patient with us, but also point them out. That way we can make sure that we do them right in the future. We've learned a lot from the comments that you guys have been leaving, so thank you very much for those. So now let's jump into the game. This is the board that we're going to be playing on. Of course, the terrain, most of the terrain is provided by BanduaWargames.com. We've got some micro arts on here too. These buildings and all these little crate stuff, all the colorful stuff. That's micro art. And it's not colorful because it's micro art, it's colorful because that's how Adam from Greenleaf Terrain painted them. And all the buildings are Bandua Wargames. So thank you, Bandua Wargames, and Micro Art Studios, and Greenleaf Terrain for providing all of that. The stuff is cool, and this is micro art terrain as well. And the trees are from other stuff. So we decided that we wanted to, or I decided, because I made the table before Chase got here, that I wanted to actually introduce some trees, because we've been playing lots of city, and so I wanted to try them out. So the way these work is they are difficult, which means everything but light infantry, warbands, and skirmishers get their movement halved, but you're allowed to combat jump or mechanized deploy into them. Also, if you do anything that requires line of fire, such as discover rolls or shooting rolls, things like that, you get -3 if you are going through it. And that includes the people who are in it too, because they are low visibility zones. So being in them is both an advantage and a disadvantage. It's an advantage defensively and a disadvantage offensively. We are going to be playing Seize the Bacon. I mean Seize the Beacons. And there are 3 beacons. These are placed at 12 inches, 24 inches, and 36 inches, or 12 inches this way. We had to modify it slightly to fit with the terrain, like this one would have been on the stairs, and this one would have been blocking the stairs, so we just kind of pushed them a little bit, and we got the one in the middle. So any specialist troop, which is a hacker, engineer, chain of command, or lieutenant, can go in base contact with them, and as an order or an ARO, can make a normal willpower roll and capture the beacon. And you're allowed to capture the beacons from your opponent as well. So it's kind of like a capture and control mission. And at the end of the game, they're worth 2 points each. Plus, we have our secret objectives, which we need to roll for. Yep. And we have the objectives of killing your opponent as well. You get some points for that. And then the armies, we've got a 300-point Haqqislam Qapu Khalqi, something like that. And we went over these in the pregame show, so I'm not really going to give details on this. Just a couple of things of interest is a 5-man link team with a Spitfire, some machine guns, and a guy over here with an adhesive launcher. We've got a couple heavy machine guns. Now, it's possible we are no longer revealing things like camouflage, hidden deployment, and combat jump. in these pre-games, showing it off so that we're playing it fully like Infinity is meant to be played. And on the other side, we have my 300-point list. Once again, we go over in detail the models in the pre-game. We got a 5-man regular squad. These are my new sniper models sent by Corvus Belli and painted up by Brush for Hire, which look awesome. And only one is going to be an actual sniper. The other one's just going to proxy as a regular. And he's accompanied by 4 regulars. And this one is a hacker. We've got our engineer and Drago. And then we got a new peacemaker. He's got a Spitfire with his Oxbot with a heavy flamethrower, also painted by Brush for Hire. Quite fantastically, if I might add. And we got a regular camouflage marker, not a TO camo, just regular camo. And did I mention the engineer? There's an engineer. So those are the 2 300-point lists. And so we have to roll for our secret objectives and then roll for who gets to choose who goes first and deployment and all of that. All right, Lieutenant Willpower roll. I roll a 9. What do you get?
Oh, we're gonna find out.
9. So I get at this point we actually reveal what our willpowers are. Mine's 13.
Mine is 14.
Oh, so you get to go to choose everything.
Right.
All right, after much deliberation, and you know the board is asymmetrical when this kind of deliberation happens.
Yeah. I've decided to choose.
Deployment size.
Yeah, choose deployment sides and who goes first. Or no, choose deployment size and who deploys first.
And I get to choose who goes first. So which side do you want?
I would like this side of the board.
Yes. He basically the reasoning is that this one is much more accessible, and so is that one from this side, whereas this one is obviously harder to get to if you don't have mechanized deployment. And so that will be interesting. So that means I have to deploy on that side, and who will deploy first?
Ooh, I'd like you to deploy first.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And of course then I get to choose afterwards who goes first. There was some arguments, or discussions I should say, about whether I have to declare right now, but the rules don't specify, so it makes sense that I get to see where everybody deploys and then I get to choose, because that's the advantage, right?
Yeah.
So I will decide at that point who goes first. So we have deployed. I deployed first, holding my one remote in reserve. And so this is where my regular team is. We got this guy, he's dug a foxhole, that's what that white marker is going to be. So he's got good line of fire. I think you might even be able to see, almost see that heavy machine gun guy right away. Maybe, I'll have to check. Can he? Did you already check?
Foxhole to see the heavy machine gun?
Yeah, can you see him in the foxhole?
Presently from where I'm standing, no. I don't think so, but we can laser pointer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It would suck if I could, because then that guy would be dead.
Yeah.
So we probably won't be able to. And the rest deployed back here, just facing various directions to be ready for any airborne deployment that I don't know about. It's kind of fun not knowing, that way I actually have to think about other strategies and not just be like, okay, I know this. And then I got my tag and engineer right here, ready to run up. There'll be some line of fire through here, but he'll get cover and he's awesome. So I'm not too worried about it. And then we've got the remote with his Oxbot right there and the camo marker right here. And on the Haqqislam side, after much deliberation, he stuck his heavy machine gun guy up here. And no, he can't see that sniper. And the other heavy machine gun guy up here. And he has no line of fire or anything yet. And he's got his team right here. And his other guy's just kind of sitting back. The total reaction bot looks like he can see the sniper though.
Yes.
So, but if the sniper fires at him, he gets to fire 5 shots back with a heavy machine gun. So that'll be quite the 4 shots?
Yeah, 4 shots.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of my hyper rapid magnetic cannon, which has burst 5. No, machine gun's just 4.
Yep.
Still good, but that'll be an interesting fight right at the beginning.
Now, these two can see each other too.
The tag? Yeah, the tag can see the heavy machine gun guy.
That's a bad deal.
It's almost like I did that on purpose. No, wait, I deployed first.
Yeah. So whoops.
Whoops.
Whoops. Okay.
So, and I get to choose who goes first, and surprise!
Surprise.
I am going to go first. So good luck.
Thank you.
Have fun. May this not be a 15-minute game, one way or another.
Yeah.
May this be, I don't know, 30, 35-minute game.
Yeah.
And of course, or it'd be cool if it was actually a longer one where it actually came down to the objectives. That would be fun too. So let's play and have fun. First order, the Link team is going to activate, and as the first short skill, the sniper is going to fire at the total reaction bot. What is your arrow going to be?
Arrows to full burst, fire back.
Fire back at full burst because he has total reaction. And then my second short skill will be to move. I don't have to move everybody, so this guy will stay in his foxhole as possible. I don't know why I deployed the hacker over there. I should have deployed him over here because that's where the objective is. So he'll move if necessary. Actually, I got to declare his movement right now, don't I? Yeah. But you've already declared your arrow, so I don't have to worry. So he will take his 4-inch movement over here. And I'll measure that in a second. So this is a horrible shot for the total reaction bot, who's down to Ballistic Skill 2 because of mimetism, and the range is just outside of his one. And I got Ballistic Skill 15 because I'm awesome. So I'll do mine first. Oh, I rolled a 2 and a 1 and an 11. Whoa. If you roll a 2, then you beat me.
Okay, here we go.
Don't you roll a 2. Okay, don't you?
Okay, good.
Oh, so 4 misses altogether.
You hit me 3 times.
3 times, double action. So that's 6 armor checks. So thank you, Carlos from Corvus Belli, for sending me these snipers, because now he has to take 6 armor checks.
Okay, here we go.
And that is just awesome.
Here we go.
At 12, he has to beat 12, because it's 15 minus cover.
No.
He beats it, beats it, beats it, takes a structure point, destroyed, and super destroyed. And when he super destroys, he explodes, and everything within 12 inches takes a damage 12, no cover.
Really?
No. And he dies.
Bye-bye, Chicken Walker.
So next order, my tag is going to activate. Drago's going to he'll do a move, but he wants to stay in line of fire of that machine gun guy. So you should have line of fire on him still?
Yes.
So your arrow?
Is to dodge.
Dodge, okay. And then my second short skill will be to fire 5 hyper rapid magnetic cannon shots into his base. Yeah. Or torso, whichever works.
Okay.
So my tag will be at Ballistic Skill 15, and he's doing a physical roll of 11. I got 5 shots in the burst. Oh, crit.
Come on, why can't be like that?
And then 11, and then 9, and a 6. So, is that a 9? Oh, this die, I gotta get rid of this die. Yeah, that's a 9, because I can see the marker for the 6th one. Okay, so physical roll of 11.
Okay,
if you roll your crit, or actually if you roll...
I have to crit. So...
Or 10 or 11, we'll get rid of a couple of the hits too.
Oh, yeah.
4. So, yeah, so you're automatically wounded, and then you take 3 more armor.
That's a lot of pain.
So you got 3 armor rolls to do. He's definitely unconscious, but he does have regeneration, so this matters. He's got to beat an 11 3 times. Yes, yes, no. So he's dead. Oh, second blood. So next order, the tag is going to move 6.
Yep.
Then 4. He shouldn't have line of fire, correct?
I cannot. No line of fire.
Yeah, I checked that beforehand. His next order, he's going to move to right here. No line of fire still from his guys.
No.
And then he'll spend another order and move to here, keeping cover.
Okay.
And now you can see with 2 of your guys, who are really good in ARO.
Yep.
And what are they going to do?
For right now, they're both going to fire.
Yes, and this is good for his team because he's got a link team, which means they have +3 ballistic skill, and they have +1 burst. So they got 2 shots each, and there's a Spitfire there. And then for mine, I am going to fire at them. I'm going to put 3 shots into the Spitfire and 2 into the other one. So we'll start against the Spitfire, just working out all the ranges and everything. She has the ballistic skill of 15 at this range, optimal range, but there's cover, but she's in a link team. And so she'll have 2 shots of ballistic skill 15, and he's at optimal range, but there's cover, so he'll have 3 shots of ballistic skill 15. So that goes in my favor, but still not hugely. And then the second one will be at ballistic skill 9 against his 15, because not in optimal range. So my 3 15s, 17, 1, and 10. Oh. So not a hugely good hit. And your 2, oh, you got a crit. Woo! So that negates these 2 and automatically wounds them.
Yep.
And the other one, I have 2 at 15. So 7 and 2, and he's got 2 at 9.
2 at 9. Oh,
and there's a 5 and 11. So the 5 beats a 2, but I do hit the other one. So this one has to beat an 11. And does! Ooh. So he's taking a wound. And the other one made the armor check and has courage at this point. No wound incapacitation, actually. Yeah. So it's fine as well. So that sucked for my tag. Tag will activate again and take 4 shots into the Spitfire.
Yikes.
And 1 into the other one. Okay. And your arrow will be 2.
My arrow will be 2. Again, fire 2 and 2.
Yeah, definitely fire back. And his second order will be to move. Actually, he'll move to, yeah, here. So now I get 4 at 15 against his 2 at 15. Come on, crit. Oh, that's a good roll. That's a 14, 11, 10, and a 10. As long as you don't crit, you got 2 chances to crit. Oh, 14 and 11.
Okay, so
that's just canceled completely because we're at the same ballistic skill.
We are. So
that sucks. And against the other one, I have 1 shot at 15. I got 13. Okay. So you got 2 shots at 9. No crit. No. So hit and beat an 11. Oh, you did it.
Wow.
And courage. So that was completely nullified by the tag is just sucking right now. So next order, the Peacemaker and the Oxbot are going to move. The Peacemaker's going to move right to here. And the Oxbot's going to move not in line of fire, right to there.
Cool.
And this one, the Ninja Turtle, will shoot the Peacemaker an arrow, just with a regular rifle. And then my shot will be, because with the Spitfire has 4 shots, will be 2 into this one and 2 into this one.
Cool.
So against the one that can actually shoot back, I'm at ballistic skill 12 even. That's +3, -3. 4 and 14, and you're down to only get 1. You don't have +1 burst for this.
Sorry, I got all excited.
You're down to 6, so you could beat it.
6.
So I only got a 4.
Oh,
no, you rolled a 1. So that's a hit. It has to beat a 9 or goes unconscious.
Please beat a 9.
Nope, unconscious.
Boy.
And unconscious, but has regeneration, so possibly will get back up.
Yeah.
And then 2 normal rolls against this guy. It'll be just hitting on 12s. 2 shots of ballistic skill 12, critical, and a hit. So it takes a wound, and it's possibly dead. It turns out that this guy had some sort of like a hyper, or the hollow projector field, and it turns out to be a very prideful Ninja Turtle. So what is it?
Okay, that's a Hafsa. So you automatically did a wound to him, so he's unconscious. But he's a Hafsa, so he would have a rifle.
So he has a regular rifle?
Yeah.
And what else is special about him?
I don't have to tell you this.
Oh, okay. So, but nothing like no hacking?
No, he was just a dude with a hollow projector.
Okay.
Yeah.
So beat a 9 or he's dead? Yep.
Oh, he's alright.
He's unconscious. But he's unconscious.
Yes.
Was he a lieutenant?
Yeah.
Because you're at loss of lieutenant at this point.
Yeah.
So you would have to tell me that, right?
Yeah.
So the lieutenant goes down. Is there any way for him to get back up?
Actually, no. So he's just down.
So you can remove him if you choose. I don't think it'll interfere with anything if he stays.
Neither do I.
So you might as well remove him.
Yeah. Adios, muchacho.
See ya. Lieutenant dies. Oh, bad first turn. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
At least you got to take a chunk off the tag. Like this team, holy moly! But at the same time, I'm just pummeling the rest. So sometimes it happens. Often happens. Next order, these guys are going to move. He'll cover this direction. Actually, no, he doesn't need to. He'll just turn, face this direction, and the other one will move right to here. Heavy flamethrower. Yeah, baby. But change facing slightly just so that line goes like this.
As an arrow.
So that when, or if they pop around, he's ready. So I have 1 order left, and it appears that I'm winning really well. Yeah. So I'm not going to hold back just because, yeah, unless there's like a bunch of hidden guys that are about to jump in. Nope. So I'm not going to hold back just in case, just so we have time for more games. So I'm going to activate these guys 1 more time. And this guy is going to move out to here. He's going to sacrifice himself right to there.
Whoa.
And this guy is going to move right to here.
Yep.
And these guys all have 360-degree visors. So what's your arrows?
Arrow.
Shoot.
Everybody's going to just shoot.
What about this guy? He can shoot at either of them.
Yeah.
He'll shoot at the Spitfire guy?
Yeah, that's Spitfire.
And then my second skill will be for this guy to shoot at him.
Yep.
And this.
Whoa.
Ouch. And most won't have, I think none of them will have cover except like this one. So your Link team leader will, actually no, it's not in base contact with one of us. Yeah, nobody's going to get cover.
Nobody gets
all automatic, damage 15. And then this guy's definitely going to die. If he doesn't die, I won't laugh.
I was going to say paint him, but he's already painted.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Give him some sort of like metal. So we're gonna do 2 of the AROs against the little heavy flamethrower Oxbot, and he's got ballistic skill 18 with this. I totally knew I was throwing this guy away when I did this.
The 2 girls with the submachine guns, but they also have the contenders. The contenders aren't shock; they're DA.
That's okay. He's dead no matter what. So go ahead, roll it.
Here we
4
go.
shots, ballistic skill 18. Hit. No way. And they're DA.
DA.
That means I take 8 hits. And what's their damage?
Sorry, give me 1 second. I don't think it's super high. Damage is 13.
He almost survived it.
Really?
19, 19, 17, 17, 20, 17, 9, and 11.
Okay, good.
He died. So he dies, exploding in a 12-inch radius. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So he's dead. We don't even fire the rest of them. But we already know his heavy flamethrower hits all of them. So let's resolve that now. So we'll start right here. Okay. They all have no wound incapacitation, and they're all at armor 2. So this is basically all going to be beating 13. So start right here.
So her?
Does not. So roll it again to see if she's dead because it's fire. And so she's not unconscious, no wound incapacitation. But we'll put an unconscious marker there or something, or a wound marker.
Okay.
So this one, the Link leader.
Oh my goodness.
Beat a 13. Nope. Oh, beat it again.
My goodness. This is it.
Or try to beat it. No.
Oh,
so the Link leader goes down. Okay, next one right here. Beat a 13.
So
this one. Go. Yes.
Woo!
And then this one. Wow, if you survive this really well, although it's already pretty bad. Nope. And roll it again to see if it's dead. And it is.
Totally.
And the last one in the end, beat a 13. Like most of them should die to this. Nope. And then beat it. Here, roll it again. That's why we use the box. But right here, no, dead. Wow. So this one is technically conscious, and this one's fine.
Yeah.
So this one's down to 0 wounds, but has no incapacitation, and this one's fine. They don't have to make willpower rolls. So now we're going to move on to this firing. So, yeah, you won't have cover, and I will.
Yeah.
So it turns out that this is actually somebody else. And what is he now?
It's another Hafsa with a rifle.
Okay, just a regular rifle?
Yeah, regular rifle.
All right, so it'll be +3 at this range. So it'll be ballistic skill even, and he'll have +3 to ballistic skill, so 15.
Yeah.
So I'm ballistic skill 15, 4 shots. So 13, 9, and a 3, and you're at 12 with 1 shot. Go for it. 17, total miss. 3 hits. Beat 12 3 times. And yes, unconscious. Does he have regeneration?
No, he does not.
So he's dead. We could leave him there because it could interfere, but I think we all agree that this is not going in Haqqislam's favor. And I actually have one guy combat jumping, and this is Kirpal Singh, which is a sergeant chain of command guy. He's just going to move right up to here. Because it looks like this game's going to be over soon, and I want to make sure that we show this one off. So this is another one of my new models, painted by Brush for Hire as well. And this thing has chain of command, martial arts level 2, has an assault pistol, and it is religious, and of course combat jumping. But I'm going to use a lower level combat jump, which is just walking on, which is you can walk on any side as long as it's not in your enemy's deployment. And he's just going to move right there using his own order to do so. And that is the end of my turn. I do apologize.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna call it. There you go. Wow. Yep.
So yeah, because he doesn't have anything else in reserve that we don't know of. Like, there's no hidden deployment guys, no combat jump guys. He had those 2 hollow projector
My bells
fields.
and whistles have been blown and exploded.
So that is game. So stay tuned for the post-game show. I hope that you enjoyed this. This was completely one-sided, which actually it happens.
You know, I'm okay with that. It was still fun to watch.
Yeah, and that means we'll definitely have time for our second game.
Yep.
And if that one is really one-sided, we might have time for a third game. So this should be interesting.
Wow.
So Vault members, stay tuned for the post-game show. If you're not a Vault member, go ahead and sign up now for a 7-day free trial. That way you can check out the post-game show and the next game, because the next game will be in the Vault for sure.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that, and happy wargaming.